I went to Taiwan in 1971 and studied Chinese language there for 2 years. And then I went lived in Beijing from 79 onwards for 3 years. I started to be interested in China as a student. When I was in China, or the first time in China, China was literally very poor. And then I've seen across all of China. I've traveled a lot in China, so I've seen that in the countryside, in cities, people's living standards have gone up. And I think the other thing that's important is that China needs to and will take more responsibility internationally. What China does now is important for the rest of the world. It's not that China just has to look after itself, but China has also to look after its international partners. I think where foreign partners of China feel that more could be done is in the opening up of China. China is running lots of small projects, pilot projects, but it would help if China was for example, opening more its finance industry, opening more trade and investment. That would also help in the current trade war. For Australia, China has helped Australia to have economic growth for the last 28 years, which is remarkable. That wouldn't have happened without China. If you look at it more specifically, I think there are some areas which are worth mentioning. One is the resources export of Australia to China. Some parts of technology where Australia really can work with China and where the two together can do more than they could do otherwise. And there's a third area which is important because we're sitting here at a university. We have a large proportion of students from China, but other countries as well. And we had to learn how to teach them, and we want to bring more students together from different parts of the world. Because once they finish their studies and go back, then they understand how things work in other places, and they have networks and they can work with people. I think Australia-China economic relations will grow, and they will grow into new areas. They will grow into those new industries where the two can cooperate and where Australia can really make a contribution to the Chinese domestic market. I think the 70th anniversary is always a great thing. I think China has really done well. It has used its link to the world to create wealth, both for China and outside. If I could wish for a blessing, I would certainly wish for peace.